Hello everybody and welcome to Agent's Cozy Crochet Corner, where today on the corner we will be doing circle squares. These circle squares are 3 rows and today I'll be doing them with my 3.5mm hook. We'll need some scissors, a yarn needle so we can weave in our ends at the end of our project, and 2 colors. So we'll be using one color for the center circle and then we'll be using another color for the border. I'm going to be using medium 4 worsted weight yarn, and I'll do the same gray for the border. Now this project, you can begin it with a magic circle, but I'm just going to keep it simple. So I'm going to use a chain of 3. So I'm going to add my yarn onto my hook and we're going to chain 3, 2 and 3. Now I want to go into that first chain that we made, grab my yarn, pull up. I'm going to grab and pull this down some and slip stitch. Now we're going to chain up 3. The chain 3 in this pattern on every single row will start with a chain of 3, and that chain of 3 is going to stand for a double crochet. So since we have that chain of 3, which is our double crochet on that first row, we are going to go into this circle and put 11 double crochets, which will give us a total of 12 double crochets on this row. So that's 1, 2, 3, and as I go around, you'll see that I will be grabbing that down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So with the chain 3, that's 12 total. So we want to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 where we begin. Grab our yarn and pull through the other side. This row is 12 double crochets and we'll chain up 3. Now this row, we're going to be putting 2 double crochets into every stitch. So at the end of this row, we should have 24 double crochets. We're going to start that with the first stitch. Now the first stitch is coming from that chain 3 from the previous row. We already have this chain 3, which is holding a double crochet space. So we're going to go right back into that same space that we slip stitched in, and we're going to make another double crochet. So we have 2 for our first stitch, and our second stitch, we're going to go right into it and put 2 double crochets into our second stitch. And our third, we'll get 2 double crochets, and our fourth, 2 double crochets, and again we will keep this up until we get all the way back around and we have our 24 double crochets. And our last 2 double crochets into the last stitch, And now we are going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 that we begin with. So we have 24 double crochets in row 2. Now row 3 is our last row, so we're going to chain up 3. And for this row, what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 double crochet in the first stitch, and the second stitch will be 1 double crochet. Then we'll repeat it again, 2 double crochet in the next stitch, and the following stitch will be 1 double crochet. I'm going to demonstrate that. So we have our first double crochet standing in the form of our chain 3, and we're going to go right into that same stitch that's coming from, and we're going to go in there and put another double crochet. So our following stitch will just be a double crochet. Our next stitch is going to be 2 double crochet in the same stitch. And our next one will be 1 double crochet. And our next one will be 2 double crochet into 1 stitch. And our next one will just be 1 double crochet. We're going to keep doing that all the way around, and at the end of this row we should have 36 double crochets. Remember, 2 double crochets in 1 stitch, and the next one is 1 double crochet. Now my last one should be 1 double crochet, and I'm going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 we begin with, and should have 36 double crochets. I want to bring in my scissors, and we're going to cut this, and we're done with that color. Now I just simply want to grab my yarn and pull that through. And I'm finished with my circle. Okay, bringing in my next color. Now sometimes I weave this in before I would start, but I'm just going to show you how to place it down as we go. I like to go opposite of that to give enough space to hold it down, as well as whatever end I leave here. So you're just going to enter into any stitch, grab your yarn, and pull it through. We're going to chain up 3. That 3 is going to stand for a double crochet, and it's also the beginning to a corner. All right. So we're going to go right back into that same stitch, and we're going to place another double crochet. We're going to yarn over, and in the next 2 stitches, we're going to put 1 half double into each of the next 2 stitches. It's 1 half double, and into the next stitch, 1 half double. Now over the next 3 stitches, we're going to put a single crochet, 1 in each stitch. And you see I'm just holding this in the back of there so I can go right over top of it. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and 3 single crochet. The next 2 stitches are going to have a half double. So I'll put 1 half double in each of the next 2 stitches. So next one, half double, and the following one, a half double. Now we want to put into the next stitch 2 double crochets. 1, and the second one going right into that same stitch. We want to chain 1, and into the next stitch we want to go in there and put 2 double crochets. And 2. So we begin our corner here. Again, once we go all the way around, we will end that corner. 2 half doubles, 3 single crochets, 2 half doubles, and this is what our corner is going to look like, and we will continue that out all the way around. So let's do it again. So we start with 2 half doubles right after our corner, 1, and in the next stitch 2, and now we need 3 single crochets over the next 3 stitches. So the next stitch, single crochet is 1, the following stitch, single crochet, that's 2, and the next stitch, single crochet, that is 3. Now we have 2 half doubles over the next 2 stitches. It's my first half double, and my second half double, and in my next stitch we have to put our corners. So we're going to go into the next stitch and we're going to make 2 double crochets into the next stitch. Chain 1, and we'll do that again in the following stitch. To complete our corner, we'll go into the next stitch and make 2 double crochets. And now we must go starting back with our half doubles, and you see I'm just laying this down and taking it right with me. Our next stitch we'll do 2 half doubles over the next 2 stitches, so that's 1 and 2. We'll work 1 single crochet over the next 3 stitches. That's 1, 2, and 3. Over the next 2 stitches, we'll work our half doubles. So it's 1 half double and another half double. We're back to doing our corners. So we're going to go into our next stitch and place 2 double crochets into the same stitch, chain 1, and the next stitch 2 double crochets in the same stitch. And last time we're going to go across here and we're going to do our 2 half doubles over the next 2 stitches. It's 1, 2, and over the next 3 stitches we're placing our single crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Our next 2 stitches are going to get our half doubles. 1 in the next stitch, 2, and you should have 1 stitch left, and that last one is going to end off the corner that we began when we first started. So we're going to go right into that last stitch, and we're going to place our 2 double crochets. We're going to chain 1, and then we're going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 that we began with, and we're going to chain 3. Now this is our first row in our border, and that, as you see, squares it off. So we just turned our circle to our square. So now that we've gone all the way around and we've done our chain 3, we're going to begin our next row. Our next row is going to be nothing but double crochets because we've already established our square, and we're going to begin in this corner right here. So our chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Our corners will be maintained the same way, but our corners now will be maintained inside of the space, that chain 1 space that we created. So this standing as a double crochet, we're going to go back into that first chain 1 space, and we're going to make a double crochet. Now we have half of our corner. Now we don't want to ever forget that first double crochet coming off of our corner. We should have 11 double crochet before we get to our next corner. So we're going to place 1 double crochet in the next 11 stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And it brings us right to a corner. So we're going to go in our corner and we're going to do what our corner does. And our corner does 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. But we're going to put all of that in that chain 1 space. So we're going to do our 2 double crochets, chain 1, and right back into that same space we're going in and placing 2 more double crochets. And then we'll do that all over again. We'll do our 11 double crochets and go right back into this corner doing 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochet. But just always remember to get that first double crochet right on the other side of your corner. And now we're back at a corner, so we'll do our 2 double crochets, chain 1, and 2 double crochets. So now we're going to go all the way around until we come back here, and we're going to work it the exact same way. 11 double crochets, our corner, 11 double crochets, and I'll come back and we'll end off our last corner together. Okay, so I've gone all the way around, and now I'm going to finish this corner. So we're going to go right into the corner, and we're going to put 2 double crochets into that corner, and we're going to chain 1, slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 that we began with, and then we're going to cut. Now we're going to grab our yarn and pull that through. Now, if you want to add more rows onto this square, you'll just keep going around just as we did. You'll chain up 3, go back into this corner and put a double crochet. Then you'll carry on in the same fashion in which we did this row, but you will have more double crochets going across before you get to your corner. And you'll just keep that going and grow it as big as you would like to grow it. Now we want to weave in the ends. Now for all of our other ends, as you see, we worked over them, so it's just a snipping of the beginning. But this one right here, just to demonstrate, add our yarn on, and we're just going to go through back and forth just a few times. And then I'm going to cut this at the base, as well as this one. And that's it. Our circle granny square is finished. Done with a 3.5 millimeter hook. This measures 5 inches, just so you have an idea of how big this square is. If you're using it for something, now this size square, I like to use it for bags. So I want to show you one of the things you can use it to make, which is a granny square bag. Okay, everybody, so I wanted to bring in this large tote bag to show you one of the things that I like to do with these circle squares. This is a tote bag that is 3 squares by 4 squares. And see the other side, it's just like that. Now I haven't put the straps on, I just pinned them down so you can see how they go, because I like to line the inside of my bags and line my straps as well so they don't stretch. I actually have a tutorial where I show you how to piece together a bag just like this on my channel, so if you would like to check that out, you could check that out. And around the sides, I'm doing 2 rows of a solid square. So until next time, you all, I'll see you in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and make sure you subscribe and like this video if you like this video. See you next time.